The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line here tonight in one of the most highly anticipated Elimination Chamber matches of all time.
Thanks to the all-time talents vying for the title and one mystery opponent. Any guesses on who's in there, Corey?
If I were competing, I'd be terrified to see Ava Moreno walk out of that dark pod, especially in light of what she just did to Lacey Evans.
Allegedly.
Nice series of strikes.
Combo finds the mark.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
Springboard moonsault! Wow! Doudrop looking powerless to every attack.
Yeah, Doudrop's defensive instincts need to kick in.
Takes another trip to the skies, and it pays off once again.
Moonsault.
This is more than reckless abandon. This is showing a lack of all fear. And there's Doudrop keeping that string of offense in check.
It's time for her to take advantage of that misstep and take command. She's not wasting any time getting to the ring.
She's ready to go. Russian leg sweep. Not done there.
These will keep you down.
Oh, leaping through the air.
Momentum now on her side.
She's fighting hard and reaping the rewards.
Truly spectacular.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
I love it. Carmella's just humiliating her opponent now.
And well-timed maneuver there.
Strong takedown.
Insult to injury. She's losing some steam now.
This is the toll the Elimination Chamber takes on a competitor. You're going to be battered at this stage of the match.
Face wash. Look at this.
Oh, man. Just listen to the crowd.
All right, she's back in, ready to go.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done. Doudrop is being stopped. Dangerous situation.
She's got it. Got her shoulders down. She still fights out in one.
She's not done yet, but you have to believe that she's still in all sorts of trouble here.
Lights out. DDT connects.
Sent into the corner.
Shoulder tackle after shoulder tackle. And that was a successful. Will it be? She fights her shoulder up before one.
How at this point you don't even stay down long enough for a 1 count is beyond comprehension.
Good timing with that reversal.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
She seems eager to get into the action.
She looks totally fearless.
Both wrists captured.
Oh, what a kick. And returning to the ring.
Sleeper hold cinched in deep.
She taps out, taps out. And that tonight has been eliminated. Places her right in the corner.
Denied with an elbow.
Got the full Nelson.
Slam. Oh, didn't go as planned there.
Running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
Well, that's one way to leave the ring, I suppose. And Carmella fighting back. She heads into the ring. Oh, that hurt right to the kidney. Oh, what a slam. The power.
What dominance.
She's going for it. This could be. Kicks out after one.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance.
Suplex.
She's starting to tire a little.
But you have to admit, at this point, the ball's found anyone.
That should do it right there. She breaks the ref's count.
Wow, I thought this was over.
Sleeper hold cinched in.
And she gets some ropes.
That's why always know where you are in inside the ring is so important.
And that was a well-targeted attack.
Ripcord applied.
Boom! She's going for it. And a strong kick out in one.
I'm happy she did. I don't want this match to end. 2.
And Carmella has been eliminated. Elimination. Setting foot in the ring now. Oh, wrist clutch. Into an arm breaker. Nasty.
Continually punishing, man. She did her homework there. Either side, jeez. Oh, man. Picked up.
Vicious backdrop suplex. Oh, the rear super kick.
From behind, nasty.
Roundhouse kick. Oh, drop into the cover.
Obviously still has some fight left.
Oh, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
Drop suplex.
Running through with the spear.
Sent out of the ring, not sure she wants to be here. And Bayley gets cut right off. Look at that power, Byron.
Man, that is just careless intention. Spear!
Able to get the advantage here.
Ooh, that's how you dominate your opponent.
Oh, and she turns it around. Jarring impact.
And she's gone after her opponent's core a few times now.
Spinning sidewalk slam.
With authority.
And Bayley's having trouble.
Sleeper hold cinched in deep.
Tap out. And Bayley was on the... elimination. And she had Zaya's number there.
And she's able to stop that surge dead in its tracks. Running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
You can't take much more of it.
She wants it one more time. What a burrowing spear. Is that what it takes to beat Xia Li?
Xia Li has been eliminated.
Is about to open.
It's been the best kept secret in WWE since it was announced. Everyone's on the edge of their seats to find out who's inside.
The wait is almost over because the mystery entrant into the Elimination Chamber is about to be revealed. It's Justine, WWE legend and Hall of Famer Justine is the mystery entrant into the Elimination Chamber match. One of these two women will be the next SmackDown Women's Champion.
But how? We haven't seen Justine in the ring for over a decade since her career-ending injury.
She certainly doesn't look injured to me, Corey. And she also doesn't look like she minds that the woman standing in the way of winning a championship is her niece.
Justine immediately on the offensive.
Setting her up and down.
It looks as if her niece was completely caught off guard by this. She's getting dominated in there.
Wait a second, we've seen this before, but not in a very long time.
It's vintage Justine here tonight. The Justine Jammer with the cover.
1, 2, 3.
It's over.
We have a new SmackDown Women's Champion, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It's Justine. Justine is the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
There were so many names thrown around about who was going to be in the dark pod, and Justine wasn't even on the list. Her niece must be shocked.
I think the entire WWE Universe is shocked. I'm having flashbacks to 2002.
Simply unbelievable that we are witnessing this right now. What a moment in WWE history.
Well, that was one of I know she's your family, but I can't get over
Justine certainly makes every...
Right?
Embrace the future. Did you know
that Justine was in the dark pod? No. They kept that. I thought I was like family when we... I can help you now. Listen, no one knows your aunt like I do.
Confront the past.
Our brand new SmackDown Women's Champion is here to address the WWE Universe after her shocking return and victory at Elimination Chamber.
So, I have a little bit of an announcement to make. I've been medically cleared. Surprise! You know, I thought I had closed the books on my WWE career. But being around here lately reignited a light I thought had gone out. As I got involved, coming back into WWE, first with my podcast, and then as a manager, I started to wonder. Edge, Lita got second acts. Why not Justine? The more I gave, the more I realized, you need me. You need me because you deserve to see me finally reap the rewards of the path I trailblazed. To fulfill the promises that I wasn't able to keep when my career got cut short.
What the hell?
I was wondering when you would show up. Figured you would, given how much you like to ride my coattails.
What are you talking about? Why didn't you tell me you were cleared? And why haven't you called me back?
Would you have paid attention if I had? After the way you laughed at me when I suggested we team up for the Money in the Bank tag team match? After you never thought to ask me how I was doing whenever I mentioned my doctor's appointments? I'm beginning to think I should have set up those lighting rigs to fall over on you instead.
You didn't.
Why wouldn't I? Because I'm an old, washed-up, past-her-prime legend? Girlie, you best not insult me, because I taught you everything you know. LJ. Too bad you don't have the goods to back it up. I gotta admit, I was touched when you decided to wear a version of my gear for your debut. But it was probably at that moment when I started to realize that you don't have what it takes to finish what I started. That I'd have to do that myself.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, LJ? You followed me around like a shadow your entire life, and you don't understand. When you decided not to use the chair in your main event match with Ava, did you think you could get ahead by following the rules? Cute. That's not how it works. I would never have made that mistake. Because I've always known exactly what I want. What I needed to do. In a world that was 5 times as hard and 7 times as brutal for me. I tried to push you, but you wouldn't even take advice from me, a WWE legend. Decided to stay loyal and help your leech of a friend Ava instead. You know the difference between you and me, LJ? I've never been content walking in someone else's path. And I never had the luxury. I've always had to make my own.
My head is spinning here. Justine's not only back, but she's put a target on her niece?
Justine's certainly drawn a line in the sand here tonight.
How do you even respond to a betrayal like that? From a member of your own family?
I think we're about to find out. And I have a feeling that whatever she has to say, it could have some big ramifications for the WWE Universe.
You know what I find curious, Auntie? That for someone who's so adamant about creating her own path, you're pretty consistent in bringing up the past and what you've already done. Boo-hoo, I'm Justine. It was so hard for me. I don't doubt it. But I also don't see any other WWE legends standing in the ring right now telling a sob story about unfinished business. Maybe that's because they accomplished what they set out to do. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you failed because you were so mistreated, put upon, and unlucky with an injury, or if you failed because you just don't have what it takes.
You shut your mouth.
Nah, I'm done listening to what you have to say. And I'm done asking for your advice. The only thing I'm asking for, the only thing I'm demanding is to set the record straight. You think you're so powerful that the only thing that stopped you back in your day were forces beyond your control? Some sort of big bad that had it out for you? Then I'm going to tear apart your past and prove that it wasn't them, whoever you think them is. It was you, Justine. Weak, powerless, a lot of talk and no action. And then I'm going to tear you apart. And at WrestleMania, take the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Did we just see a WrestleMania match being made?
I think we did, Saxton, and I got to admit, it's not a matchup I thought we'd ever get on the grandest stage of them all, and I also don't think we've ever seen a statement that powerful from this superstar.
I've got to agree, Corey, and if Justine's going to have her past torn apart in any way, well, let's just say there's a lot to unravel there.
I thought what you said in the ring was exactly on the money. And I'm happy to help you take Justine down by, how did you put it?
Tear apart her past?
That's it.
I gotta ask, are you just helping me so that you can get back at my...
Oh, there's definitely an element of revenge to it. Do you know what it's like for people?
Ain't that the truth?
Are you ready to get started? I do have one idea that involves a certain red-haired moonsault.
You talking about Lita?
Who else could it be with that description?
Let's start with her then.
One thing your aunt could never shut up about was that Lita got the first women's...
Lita's just going to...
No, but if you lure her to Raw by making her think...
WWE legend and Hall of Famer Lita has graced us with her presence here tonight.
From behind. What is she doing here attacking Lita?
No clue, but it looks like she wants a fight.
This fight is getting started before they even make it through the curtain.
Everyone get out of the way. These two are abandoning all restraints.
Drop kick from behind.
Ouch.
Able to counter. Held in a perilous position. Oh, no, look out, guys. Broken in half. Oh, my God, a steel chair. Boom, what impact. Oh. Oh, my.
She avoids the attack completely.
And that was offense with a hurtful purpose.
Oh, and that buys some time.
And that definitely made solid impact. Bang! Oh, with authority. And did you hear the impact of that? Oh, strong impact. Oh! Oh!
Look at this rush of strikes just battering their opponent. Closed fist punch to the jaw. That's one way to break up a move.
Russian leg sweep.
Nicely done.
That holds back Lita's attack.
Side slam.
I love this.
Capped off with a big forearm.
And they just busted out an impactful maneuver.
Spear. Lita was ready for that one.
Oh, to the body with the chair. Face first into the chair.
She was clear.
No official needed here, as it looks like they've settled it themselves.
Yeah, I just hope no one was serious.
You know, provoking WWE legends is usually a bit...
I needed to get Lita's attention.
As management, I'm supposed to say that's no excuse.
And as Shawn Michaels,
You certainly know how to entertain. And knowing Justine, I'm sure.
If you need any advice when it comes to steel cage match,
Wait.
win, lose,
Right.
suit yourself.
I hope you won't make a habit of being here on Raw.
Nice to see you.
And don't try pulling what you pulled on Lita on me. First of all, you wouldn't succeed. I'd wipe the floor with you.
Right. We can agree to disagree.
Well, look who it is. A ding-dong. Get out of
Hi,
here.
Bailey.
Here to steal someone else's sponsorship deal? Is that why you're after Lita? She's got one you want, doesn't she?
Wow, you have quite a one-track mind, Bailey.
So what? Don't need more than one track when it's the right track. I'll be watching you.
Kind of creepy, but...
No longer in someone else's shadow, this wrestler has a bright future. The road to WrestleMania is paving steel tonight as the legendary Lita and her opponent square off in a steel cage match here on Raw.
After suffering a brutal backstage attack, Lita will be looking to teach her attacker a lesson about respecting her elders.
Make that Hall of Fame, elders, Saxton.
Big time spine buster. Could lead to a big time win.
Spinning sidewalk slam
With authority.
and then failed to hit the mark.
Uh-oh.
Just like that, Lita counters.
Beautiful athleticism. Hurricane Rana. It's incredible, the inventiveness we are seeing on display here.
Paying it right back with a reversal. And what a maneuver we just saw there. Double knees to the gut at an insult to injury. And a well-executed move we just saw there. She fights Lita back. Forearm, what a combo, bang.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Oh, it is. Oh, knees right to the gut. She's lost some of that energy she had earlier.
The steel cage is just as punishing as your opponent, Cole.
Lita's hopes are waning here.
Yeah, Lita has to wake up and fast.
And that was an effective attack, guys. Insult to injury.
That was vicious.
Spinning sidewalk slam. Oh, my God. Moonsault.
Hits to the core like that'll render you useless.
And misses on the springboard.
Insult to injury. Ouch.
And her resolve's looking unsteady here.
Yeah, she's on the bad end of every maneuver.
What a whirling spear. Lita in big-time jeopardy.
She's moving up the cage here. And now up the side of the cage she goes.
Better be quick about it. Not much time to get over.
She's reached the top of the cage here, guys. And she is making climbing this steel cage look easy.
Oh, man, she is awfully close to ending it here.
She's working her way up to the top of the cage. An emphatic victory.
Here is your winner, the Punisher, Maria.
Molly tells me that you're trying to add fuel to the fire of your fight with your aunt. I don't know if I can help, but I can give you a tip. No.
Wasn't Trish...
She sure was.
I'm here on NXT tonight with... I'm announcing the first ever Trish... Well, the main event is next week. It is going to give me such stratisfaction to where...
It's the second generation. One of WWE's most exciting superstars is here visiting NXT.
And she brought a vintage WWE Women's Championship to tout the upcoming Trish Stratus Battle Royal.
It's obvious she's throwing Trish Stratus's accomplishments in her aunt's face. Is it going to work? We'll see.
Insult to injury.
Ouch.
And she can't find a response for this assault.
She's been pushed into a bad spot for sure.
And a slam.
I do not see this match going on much longer with too many more moves like that from them.
You have got to be in elite physical condition to pull off something like that.
And that was a well-executed attack.
Whoa! Double knee drop.
Moonsault. Double knees to the gut at an insult to injury. That offense really hitting her hard.
They've definitely taken their lumps at this point. Their opponent is not messing around.
Spinning sidewalk slam. And she has gained the advantage here.
The momentum is clearly turned to her favor. plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, someone just threw their plan out the window.
Uh-oh.
Slammed with a purpose.
And we see the attention being put.
No way!
She's in the ring now. Oh, the high risk doesn't pay off.
A totally ill-advised decision there.
Maybe slight hesitation there caused the outcome.
Clothesline! And she continues to take on an overbearing offense.
She has to build the strength to turn the tide. Zoe wobbling, looking vulnerable.
The reversal.
She's showing it's not a time to lie down, it's a time to fight back. Sleeper hold cinched in deep.
Fading, fading.
Oh my goodness, critical point of the matchup. It's over. She couldn't hang on. And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, the Punisher, Maria.
It's the superstar who's driven to... Always dialed up to one. Just when you thought the road to WrestleMania couldn't get any more exciting, Trish Stratus herself has entered NXT's first ever Trish Stratus Battle Royal.
Well, there were a lot of fan favorites coming into this six-woman battle royal, but Trish just threw most of their chances over the top rope.
She catches Katana with a counter, and that was a precisely measured attack. That was a hell of a maneuver there, guys.
Very impressive array of strikes.
The lunar combo.
Katana Kiss has been eliminated.
Gotta find a way to get out of this.
This could be the end here.
Battling to stay alive now.
Trish Stratus has been eliminated.
Looks like an elimination is underway.
Roxanne Perez has been eliminated. Melee Fetty Fan has been eliminated.
Into the chop block, a debilitating counter there. Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want.
Now that's an impressive tag team victory.
Here is your winner, the